when I won the the district championship last year, Turning Point Toastmasters hosted a meeting wherein they featured an interview with me. And in the middle of that interview, the interviewer, Sandeep Nagpal, threw a bouncer at me. He said that the kind of dedication that you've shown towards winning this championship, why don't you show the same kind of dedication towards improving your health? And I was stumped. I was honestly stumped because I did not have an answer for this question. Sometimes later when I started with Pathways, I came across this assessment, assess your leadership style. And hopefully, I have found my answer here today. So today I'm going to talk about my leadership style, at least what Pathways says about it, what my understanding of it is, and perhaps why I was not able to answer that question that day. So according to Pathways, what the assessment said, part 1, that my top 3 styles are coaching, altruistic and innovative. Now I will not go through explaining each of these styles because that would make for a very boring conversation. What I will tell you is that what it told about me. So the first thing that it told me that I'm most effective in a one-to-one setting, which means that if I interact with a person in a one-to-one environment, I'm likely to have more impact rather than addressing a group. So clearly public speaking is not for me. That is what my interpretation was. Because I will not be able to move crowds, except the way I saw Madhuri do it yesterday. She asked people to get up and take a step towards the left. She said, okay, I've moved my audience. Second thing that it said was that my results are not immediate. My results are the effect of small things adding up to something bigger. The problem is that none of it is intentional. I did not start out with Toastmasters with the intent of becoming a world champion of public speaking. It just kind of happened. Speech after speech, I got the skills, and somehow it culminated into that evening at Agra where I won the district championship and went on to the semi-finals. I am reluctant to take risks. Again, it can be interpreted as 2 ways. I'm not a risk-taking person. I like to take things easy. But the more disturbing consequence could be that probably I'm just too lazy to make an effort. Moving on, it said that I'm affiliative, I'm democratic, I'm pace-setting, lovely adjectives to have. But if you go through their description, what it says is that I'm not a person who can be trusted to negotiate. Which is true. When it comes to negotiation, I draw a blank. If I go to buy vegetables, I buy vegetables at the price that they are offering. My best negotiation is telling them that my wife and my mother are coming after this, and you will be in for a bigger loss. That is the best negotiation that I can provide. I'm more of a consensus builder. Yeah, I like to take everyone with me. I would love for everyone to agree with me and then make a move rather than have dissent in my team. Then it said that I'm authoritative and bureaucratic. There's something wrong with the test. As far as being authoritative goes, I've been married for close to 17 years. I think I lost whatever authority I had somewhere around year 3. That is when my son was born. So authoritative, definitely no. And yeah, I'm not a micromanager. Perhaps the only positive thing that came out of this whole leadership exercise was that perhaps that I am not a micromanager, which is true. I tend to look at the bigger picture. But when you combine that with the fact that I am lazy, it just translates into one thing: I'm not willing to make an effort. So all in all, what I can say about myself, you can interpret it in one of the 2 ways. Number 1, I'm a paradox. I'm a loner trying to find his way in a team. On the other hand, I like to call myself a superhero. I like to be annoying. I could be annoying because I like to seek consensus. And that takes time, seeking consensus. I seek the easy way out, which is true, but I also try to make things simple. I cannot be trusted with immediate deliverables. So if you're asking me to maybe put together a poster by the end of day today, that is not going to happen. Unless I already have an idea of a poster from the previous week in my mind. But the other thing is that I like to take my time. I do not like repetitive tasks. You can also interpret it as that I try to find newer ways of doing things. In order to overcome these challenges, I have taken up this role of VP membership. If you look at it, it addresses each of these challenges. Teamwork, because I have to work with a team. Consensus, seeking consensus within the next 1 hour or so. And believe me, it annoys a lot of people. Seeking the easy way out. Predefined templates, just copy paste pictures, your poster is ready. Cannot be trusted with immediate deliverables, that still continues to be a problem. And repetitive tasks. I make it a target that my poster is out before Monday. Our meetings happen on Sunday. So how does this relate to that weight loss problem that I spoke about earlier, to maintaining myself? My problem, I believe, is that I have not found that sufficient motivation. And believe me, people have tried to give me various sorts of motivations. Imagine if you were 50 kilograms lighter. Just think of it. To the more macabre, that imagine somebody cutting open your chest and taking your heart out and doing something with it. Sadly, it's never been a motivation. So perhaps, as far as that question was concerned, I'm still looking for that motivation. But today, the intent was to tell you what my leadership style is like. Hopefully, it has left you less confused than before. If more, then clearly, I need to work on my leadership style.